What's up, YouTube? You stumbled upon the I Will Retro Gamer Dad side quest challenge channel, where we talk a little bit more about some of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, whether it be collection videos, do YouTube shorts, live streams, and stuff like that. So if you like stuff like this, make sure you go check out the main channel itself. But today I wanted to we did a PS5 collection video about a week or so ago, and it did very well. And let's switch it up a little bit and go to the other side of the spectrum and talk about Xbox. So today I wanted to kind of show my Xbox 360 collection. This is just game-wise, obviously. I recently had purchased a Series X, and I've been kind of getting more back into the Xbox gaming. I was a huge Xbox guy for many years, and then I picked up a PS4 at the end of the cycle, and then I picked up a PS5, and I've been kind of staying in that market. But what you're going to notice with this collection is, obviously, one, it's not huge by any means. A lot of days I've sold a bunch of my games simply because I did not need them all anymore, and I was not playing them at all. So yeah, a lot of what it came down to keeping now is either games that I'm going to play, or games that I love, or games that I have a connection with. So let's start off by talking about one game that I have a huge connection with. And we're going to start off with the Fable Anniversary Collection. Now, obviously, this was original Xbox game, but I remember when I first got my Xbox, I was a little disappointed in how the lack of RPGs there was. And when the announcement for Fable and stuff was released, I instantly fell in love, and I love the series itself. Now, when the Anniversary Collection was released, it, I believe, came with all the DLC and all the other stuff that I had not played before. So there was a bunch of side stuff to do, and I just love this series as itself. Now, we can't talk about anything Xbox related without talking about one of the #1 exclusives to that. And that, of course, is the Halo series. Now, I have multiple copies of this. I mean, this was actually in the pile right now, but this is the OG Xbox Platinum Hits version. But I also have the Halo Anniversary Collection, which has a very cool cover compared to that one. And it's a little bit more updated and stuff like that. It says new graphics in HD and 3D, co-op online, 6 of the classic multiplayer games, maps reimagined. And then going on more, then we have Halo Wars, which some people, I think, either loved or hated this game. I personally wasn't. I was in the middle. I should say you love or hate it, but I was kind of in the middle. I was a huge RTS fan growing up. I played a lot of Age of Empires, a lot of Age of Mythology, Command and Conquer, and stuff like that. And when they told us that they were going to release a RTS version of Halo, I was all on board. I didn't really play it as much as it deserved, but it was a different option, that's for sure. I remember getting Halo ODST and being very disappointed, and I was expecting more of a Master Chief style gameplay, but in more actuality, you just play as the orbital drop ship, shock troops, I think it's called, which was a little off-putting at first. But I do remember that when this came out, you had the multiplayer was amazing. It was worth it to buy just for the multiplayer, and the campaign wasn't as bad once you got over the hiccups that obviously you weren't playing as a Spartan. But this one, Halo 3, was a huge, and I'll throw this one in with it too because I loved these two together. When I talk about how Halo maxed out on awesomeness, it's these two games. So this was one of the last missions, that I remember playing as Master Chief. I never got around to playing Halo 4, but I love this game so much. I actually went back and played a lot of the missions on Legendary solo to try and beat them. I don't think I ever did accomplish that on this one, but I did on Halo Reach go back and solo every mission on Legendary, which was insane. This was one of the few games that I actually got, I think, every achievement for because I loved it so much. And the multiplayer, amazing. And then I loved it so much that even beating at the end, I think if you hold the D-pad a certain way, your screen will kind of cockeye to the side for a second, and you get to see Master Chief and his little. It was, I think, prior leading up to Halo 1. And then, of course, we do have Halo 4. I never got around to playing this. I've talked to some people in the past that Halo Reach was the last Halo game that I've actually played. And having an Xbox Series X now, with the opportunities in Game Pass and having literally every Halo game at my hand, I kind of wanted to see about maybe going through from start to finish and playing the Halos in a chronological order. So of course I'm going to have to get to that sooner or later. Now this is a series that I enjoy, that I need to go back more on. We'll just do the first one, and that is BioShock. Now when this came out, I remember being a little thrown away by it. I didn't know what it was going to be, and I loved it. I loved the first one, getting to the end and the big twist and everything that went along with it. Plus the gameplay, trying to fight the big daddies or whatever, and then having the little sisters was insane. And then not only that, but being down in that underwater, it was just insane. It was crazy, underwater world. And then we have a copy of BioShock 2, which has that really sweet holographic cover. This one I have is in a very good condition. But I never really played much of BioShock 2, and I'm not going to lie. I loved 1 a lot, but I never got around to playing 2 as much, which hopefully I can get that to change here soon. And then lastly, in that series, we have BioShock Infinite. Now, some of you might look at this cover and be like, why do you have a custom cover? Well, there's not very many games out there that have reverse cover art, so in actuality, the original cover art is underneath there. You can kind of see it, the 360 right there. But this one you were able to switch around and change it. And I love this one a lot more than the other side, so I chose to go with that one. And in BioShock Infinite, I did actually go through and play through, and I enjoyed that game a lot. So next, we have to... Oh, I thought I had... So we're going to go show off these two. We have... I don't have the third one. I swear I did, but I guess I don't. But we have Gears of War and Gears of War 2. What can I say about this series? Besides Halo and stuff, it kind of seemed like Microsoft was kind of running out of good games. And then I remember when Gears of War was first announced and showcased, and the story, the fighting, and everything, and then doing the over-the-shoulder third-person view for first-person at the time when first-person games were at an all-time high was insane. And it was amazing games, and I just remember too the Lancer was one of my favorite weapons in most games, being able to switch between shooting and having like a chainsaw and chainsawing through the horde and everything was absolutely awesome. And then lastly, what we're going to go through is just, this was a series that I didn't really enjoy much prior to the Xbox 360, and that is Call of Duty. We have Call of Duty Modern Warfare right here, and then that one I played a little bit, but not as much as this one. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, this was huge. I was not really that huge into online shooters besides maybe Halo, and that was about it. But when I remember getting a 360, finally getting some fun money, being able to buy, Xbox Live and stuff like that, and getting to actually sit down and play these games more and more was insane. And I just remember that the online aspect of this was crazy, but I still didn't play that one as much as I played this one online, and that was Modern Warfare 3. I remember grinding so much to get a gold version of one of the weapons on here. And then not only that, they had, Black Ops and stuff had that really fun zombie mode, but I remember this having that special survival mode, which was kind of just a predestined, waves of enemies that came out that you could use your money to buy. Different weapons, different call-ins and airstrikes and stuff like that. And I just remember being really, really loving this one. It was, like I said, one of the first games on the Call of Duty series that actually grinded a weapon all the way to gold. And even, I can't remember what they called it, but when you would get all the way to the top level and then start over again and just get a new medal. And then we also have Call of Duty World at War. I didn't play this one. I honestly did not play this one at all, really. I knew a few people that had it, but I remember this was introduced as the first game of zombies. And I really didn't, at the time, know anything about that. It wasn't until Black Ops 1 came out that I really got into playing zombies, and then I remember it having the original map from World at War on here, and going back and playing that. And then I do remember that when I first started dating my wife, my sons had World at War, and we were playing zombies a lot more together. But I remember, Black Ops, I thought I had a copy of Black Ops 2, maybe I have it on PS3. But I do have a copy of Black Ops 3 over here, which I didn't play much. But Black Ops 1 and 2 were probably one of my favorite Call of Duties besides Modern Warfare 2 and 3. And I really stopped playing these after these ones. I think that zombies peaked during Black Ops 1 and 2. And yeah, I really enjoyed the campaigns, even though they were pretty quick. And yeah, that's really about all I gotta say about that. So that was just kind of a quick video, guys. I mean, 10 minutes long, it's not that quick. Showcasing my Xbox 360 games. As you can see, there's nothing crazy here. There's nothing outrageous, nothing off the wall, rare or anything like that. It's just your normal collection with some of the games on there. But I hope you enjoyed hearing a little backstory on some of these. If you'd like me to do more collection videos like this in the future, please let me know in the comments below. And even like if you want to see a certain console, which I have a collection for. Now, obviously, I don't have stuff like Sega Saturn or Dreamcast collection like that, but I do have a lot of the main games left over. Or maybe you'd just like to see some of my consoles. Let me know in the comments below. But as always, stay retro, my friends. Thank you so much for watching today, and God bless.